Hello guys, welcome back to Sports Angle. This is episode 22 and we are talking about the Premier League. Yes, the Premier League is back. Weekends are about to get better. You're about to get regular football. Your favorite clubs are back in action and this video is going to be all about just that. And we're going to be talking about the favorites and the team who are not favorites. What's been going on in the league. So to start off with, we can talk about the VAR rule change. So the VAR rule change is pretty much basic. It's not going to be as quick as how it was in the Euro 2020. It is going to be slightly more decisive, and there's going to be obviously that millimeter rule is going to go out. So because last year the VAR stopped 32 goals, so it's going to add on to the entertainment. The millimeter rule goes out, and it's going to be adding much more calculative measures to the game and calculative measures to those decisions. So that's about VAR in just like a very superficial point. I will talk about it in detail in the future videos, and how, because I want to see how it impacts the first few weeks of the Premier League. That's why. So yes, let's jump into who I think are the favorites of this season. So yes, let's talk about the favorites. The favorites are the ones who have been showing promise in the last season, what they have done, and through the course of the summer transfer window have enhanced their squads pretty nicely. Now you can just judge by the excitement on my face. The first team I'm going to be talking about is Manchester City. Not very excited, sorry for leading up to that, but but the reason why they are here is because they've added Jack Grealish to their squad, who enhances their creative playing abilities to a great extent. It's just almost like saying great became greater. So with the addition even potentially of Harry Kane joining the squad. So I mean, I'm not going to be biased, but this is how the thing is going to be. Their setup is going to be pretty much the same. They're not going to be going into a formation change. Is that they are enhancing their attacking capabilities, because they felt short of that in the Champions League final. They felt that somewhere they need a cover up to De Bruyne on the field, who's really attacking and is a vertically positive player who drives the ball towards the opposition, a very good dribbler in Jack Grealish. So that's what I feel. But in that segment itself, I feel that the player to watch out for this year for them will be Riyad Mahrez. Yes, he's been having a fire of a pre-season. He's been scoring goals left, right, and center. He's been assisting. So I do believe him to fire, and I feel Riyad Mahrez is a player to watch out for Manchester City. Now, the second club we always like to talk about is Chelsea. Chelsea, yes, are also the second favorite to win the Premier League, is because one, they're European champions, so they have that arrogance of coming into the Premier League and thinking that this is the missing piece of the jigsaw which they did not have last year. Because although you become kings of Europe, but if you're not kings at home, that kind of creates an imbalance, and they want to be overcoming that. And given that the mentality they have, you can see that happening. They're again not going to have a structural change. They're again going to enhance their goal scoring capabilities with the addition of Romelu Lukaku. Now that all seems and done, it's just the waiting of the official announcement, and I do believe Lukaku will be a Chelsea player. Now obviously they will be playing more counter-attacking and strong at the back type of football. This is typical Chelsea. That's how they like to play. They like to score their goals at a blistering pace, and that's how they will be. And with the likes of Koundé also joining in, defensive solidarity will be there, and with Kante covering up with that defense. So I mean, this is a tough team to face, and it will be very difficult for teams to break down this team, and scoring against this team is going to be a slight challenge. Now the third team, you can guess by the excitement on my face who it's going to be, and I feel it is Manchester United, because primarily they have had two main problems last year, which is not scoring against teams who are completely behind the ball. 11 players behind the ball. They don't have those skillful players who can take people in one-on-one. They solved that by signing Sancho, one of the finest dribblers in that under 21 age category, and they got it for a good fee. Now the other problem was conceding at the wrong moments, and getting hit on the transition. So they solved that by signing Varane, a good experienced defender who has won everything there is to be won for both club football and country. But maybe not for country as well, but winning the World Cup is a huge feat in itself. So I do believe he improves Manchester United's defense. However, I do feel that Manchester United can be the topmost favorite if they sign that defensive midfielder. But let's see. I am not very sure. So those three are my top three favorites to win the league. Do let me know in the comments who is yours. But let's talk about something else. These are my top three teams. However, many of you would be having questions saying that, hey, why didn't you include the likes of Liverpool or, or Tottenham or Arsenal? Now, let's be very, very straightforward. Liverpool have had an injury problem and they haven't really addressed that, with even buying a proper creative midfielder, something which they've been needing for the past 2 years, because they rely heavily on their fullbacks, who are their two main playmakers. Then that's why I don't think so they are as poised as the others do, because the others have squad depth as well. Now, yes, Tottenham, I do feel that they'll be having this kind of unsurety about Harry Kane, the confusion going into the transfer window, confusion playing the first game against City, so they are going to be slightly distracted, and that's why I feel their top player, which is Kane, is not going to be part of that setup, and that kind of hurts their chances. Then you have Arsenal. They have had a decent transfer window and they have gone for their players which they wanted, such as Ben White. But again, they need to be slightly more dominant, more clinical in what they want. And because Arsenal is a club of that size, which always deserves to be in the Champions League, deserves to be, in the top of the Premier League, fighting for the league, winning the league. And they have not shown that intent from their board, and even the manager is now coming under scrutiny with a lot of things. But I do feel that they will pull off something this year, and let's see. Leicester is a surprise package. I feel this year will be very difficult to beat, and it's going to be spoiling a big party for all teams. The only thing which hurts them is December. Come December, they just drop points, and I don't know what happens. There's a lapse in concentration, so I think that is Brendan Rodgers' biggest challenge. West Ham also can bounce back. Let's see, because they've also improved their squad, and if they get Lingard, then nothing like it. Okay, so that's about that. So if you guys want me to discuss more about Premier League teams in detail, do drop a like below and let me know in the comments. So do like, share and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts on your top 3 favorites and that one team who's going to be surprising everybody. Thank you.